Oh yes, thank you so much. Our tradition and our great culture music tonight. I want to say we appreciate all those that have been watching S.K.B Media. I want to say welcome to the show tonight. And tonight going to be a great debate and a great topic. And we're going to the state of the union that happened in Liberia, our great and our important president. We're going to discuss whatsoever he measured during his speech. The state of union is better that president come out to say some things that will that we the citizen of the country that we will know and see how well the government is doing. But there are a lot of how they call lot of speculation that is going on during that speech. We had a lot of topic to talk about during that particular how they call state of union. So we'll talk about it. And our topic tonight, we'll branch on that one and we'll also talk about a lot of stuff, but it's going to be, the next after this particular discussion we have. They say, do western marriages fail because of expectation and culture? That's a question tonight to everybody that's going to follow up. Westerner marriage is fail because of our expectation and culture in our cultures. Because number one is that our culture is based on our tradition. So if anybody from Africa getting married, you should first of all follow. Okay, what wedding? What is what wedding first? It's what men uno culture. You believe in what men uno culture, then your culture. So we're gonna discuss this tonight. What bring the failure in most of the marriages that we have today? Because if you don't follow your practice, if you don't follow your culture, you will have failure. You will fail in that marriage. So we're going to discuss it tonight. And don't forget, on Sunday we will be coming back because there's something that we talk about doing that particular Sunday how they call discussion. I would say preaching or study, Sunday school study or practice that we did. A lot of people were questioning me. Why should I say Christianity now? Christianity now is a scam. So let us come back Sunday and discuss it. And I will bring I will relay some videos that you will listen to, and I will give you the reason why Christianity today is a business. Know God for yourself. We'll talk about it too. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, come on, tune on, come on, guys. Let us discuss the best topic tonight. I want us to discuss this because we have a lot of problems in our communities that we can see a lot of failed marriages. You are married, but you have problem because you neglect your culture. You neglect your culture in a sense that you are using different culture within your marriage. You are from different continent and you came to another continent. Come with your culture, come with your tradition. Our African women, they adopted different culture. So embarrassing a lot of sisters here in America. How will you leave men in America? You go marry back in Africa. There's something happening somewhere that we can that people cannot say. Lot of handsome 6 pack, 7 pack, 9 pack men a year, but we are lacking something. It's our cultural training, our traditional training. We need this stuff. Our government in Liberia, they're supposed to implement the rules and regulation of our culture and tradition in our country. Our children that are in the street, they have to leave the street. They have to implement what we call a respect for children. Every club, every a club entertainment center should follow the rules and regulations. If you are not 21, you can't enter a club in Liberia. You can't enter any entertainment center to drink liquor, because those ministers, those lawmakers, they travel around the world. They know how the Westerner use this law against every business that is in the Western world. Why can't us do it too in our country? That's the question. And now, if you go on Facebook, most especially, I'm talking about my country. I don't want to talk about some other country. They say, "Oh no," and you spoke about our country. We have the best prostitution on Facebook. Our young girls, our future leaders, they are on Facebook. When they say hello to you, they send you private part. Because of what? Because of the way the government, they are not okay. First of all, we'll go so deep. Okay, yeah, the link is in the comment section. Where you tap, just go in the comment section, you'll see the link right there. The link is in the comment section, sir. If you want me to send it to you, then I can go back and send you the link. It's in the comment section. Go there and just click on it. I'm seeing the link here. Also on my other devices that are here, I'm seeing the link there. So if you can click on it, yeah, just click on it. Let me try to share it again and see if I can do that. Let me do it and see again. Okay, right there. Okay, let me pin. I pin the link in the comment section so you can see it. Just click on it. How they call countryman. So double, you can also come into as well. We have a lot to discuss tonight. We have a lot to discuss tonight. Let me go back and say y'all give me 1 minute. Let me go back to the music and give you one more song from let me see. Yeah, one minute, guy. 1 minute, 1 minute. So now we have no copyright to every music we play here. I'm playing my own music, but still they're asking for copyright. Every music I play, that's my own music I'm playing. So Facebook or YouTube, you should know that this music have no copyright. That's my own music I'm playing. So I just want that. That is why I'm not playing a lot of music, different type of music. But the new restriction here is so strict, so I'm following the rules and regulation here on this media as well. So I'm looking here. Let me play this music back. So, guys, let us go.
Wo asigi, aye pe wo boni ma o, asigi, aye pe wo boni ma o, asigi, aye pe wo boni ma o, aye wo boni ma o, aye wo ma na re pa o, aye wo se ma o na re pa o, kadi abi eze me pa o ma na re pa o, ele ma ye wo boni o, asigi, aye pe wo boni ma o, aye pe wo aye pa do mo, asigi, kadi abi eze ma o na re pa o, aye boni ma o, yo de kadi do yo da, aye wo se ma o ma o, aye wo ba o ye boni ma o, aye wo aye wo ku aye yo, asigi, kadi wo se ma o na re pa o, wo ble yo, kadi abi o aye ble do bla go, kadi wo se ma o na re pa o, kadi do yo da, kadi wo aye bo bla o, ya o, bla bla o mo gbe o, bla o. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is S.K.B Media tonight. You don't want to say welcome to Countrymen. That is the boom of this particular show. You know, brother, I want to say welcome to the show and welcome back to Des Moines. I know you've been traveling around the world, and we say welcome back home, brother. Yeah. So S.K.B Media is here, brother. Let us welcome our brother. And if you are watching the show, we want to say to our audience and to those that are committed to S.K.B Media, want to play every traditional music from every county. Please, if you are looking at our how they call the S.K.B Media channel itself, we have every link to our WhatsApp. Look, there's a moving, information there. Every number that you have to send your music to, our WhatsApp is there. And also, I will also give you some promotion for your song. There is the website right there again. Please send your music. We need a traditional music. Send the music right there. We will promote your music also. If you are a musician that you are, you need a promotion, just send your music through here on WhatsApp. And we need traditional music. All the music from Robert G, from Grand Bassa County, way in the bush there. Nima County, the mean one. Lofa County, that one are way down there. We need other stuff. Bon County, we need this music. Our travel, our tradition. That's what we do here. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, we want to keep this up there for a while so that you guys can know that S.K.B Media is not racist. That we are just playing only a crown traditional music. No, it's because these are the music we have here in studio. So if you send us a music that is from how they call Bon County, traditional music from Bon County or Nimba County, Grand Bassa County, any kind of county, Sano County, send it to us. We now want to go on YouTube to get our music from on YouTube to play because they have a lot of restrictions now. Thank you and keep following S.K.B Media. Countrymen want to say welcome tonight, brother.
Mr. Brooks, thank you so much, my brother. It's a pleasure to be here. And I want to say good evening and good morning to our audience based on your location. We say it's a pleasure speaking to you on these topics.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Welcome back. We miss you this one Sunday and even this one Sunday and Thursday. You were in a location that was very, very, difficult to get online. And I want
Yeah.
to say that your people miss you. Your people been asking for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had to go straight to our topic, and for us to be very, very, you know, we want to keep our time. So, guys, let us go straight to the topic. We'll say two, but we're going to touch little. So, first of all, we are going straight to this one that is here. So, let us do this tonight. Do Westerner marriages fail because expectation and what cultures? So, my brother, this topic alone, I was talking about it, but you came in, so I want you to tell our audience tonight why Westerner marriages fail because of what expectation or culture and culture.
Uh, Thank you, Mr. Brooks. As relate to this topic on our discussion, it's a very beautiful topic, and it's a pleasure being, sharing the platform with you to have this kind of important discussion. And it's never late. Now that we're having this kind of conversation, they are very necessary. And every Liberian and every African is always complaining about change, change, change. And the word change begin with you as an individual that talking about the change. Okay. Change, it begin with one person. And from one person, and the number continue to grow to a family to a community, from community, now you get into a group of people, and now group of communities, and what it lead to a country becoming a changed group of people. As relate to the question, yes, I mean, it is clear and obvious that Western marriages are failing in the hands of Africans because these marriages are being acquired, they are being orientated. Africans are being orientated to practice these marriages. These are not practices that are run in the DNA of Africans. Okay, so acquiring them, at time you acquire things, particularly like ideas, culture, knowledge. You acquire these things, you should be willing, totally willing to get involved with what you acquire, saying, in order for it to manifest the way you want it to manifest. But where you acquire the knowledge or ideas to practice or to live, and then at the same time, you want to blend it with another practices, you have what we call conflicts of interest, as the politician might put it. because you have two things that are different from various background that you want them to run on the same path. You see that? So they're not going to work together. And that's why it is written in the book of Amos to say two things had to be synonymous. They had to be the same to move in the same direction. Two things had to agree to work together. So the idea of us African doing the mixture of marriages across the African life cycle of familyhood, mixing African marriages with Western marriages, it is something that we get to realize today in our society or around the globe that affect African negatively. Because these are two distinct cultural practices. Just right, we understand that the African cultural marriages or traditional marriages, it has their own failures, it has their own challenges. But and the Westerner too also had their own challenges in their marriages or marital cultures or cultures. But bringing the two together, like as a normal practice now that African are practicing. After their African marriage, then they are say they are heading for Western marriage. And then they will head for the Western marriage, or we will head for the Western marriage. Now, after the Western marriage, now when we are now living under the umbrella, then we deciding now, you see the two marital practices now having conflict of interest. That is, one of the partner will be focusing on Western marriage to supersede in the house, whereas one of the partner is also focusing on African marriages to also African practices to supersede in the house. At this junction, you either see two leaders in the house. Instead of one becoming subordinate, you have the conflict of interest right there. It's like everybody is being equal. Whether then either the wife want to be the head, at the same time the husband want to be the head. Because you will find that in the Western marital practices, it states that both partners are equal, 50-50. In the Western marital practices. That's what they taught, that's what they were taught, and that's what they are teaching. That hey, in our Western marriages, you guys are equal. Nobody is more than their friend. And in the African marriages, you'll find that the man is the head. So as soon as we bring these two practices together, and from the day of creation, I always say this to people. And this is where we African men, we lost our track. And now, losing track is almost like you missing your footstep. Missing your footstep is should be something that we should continue with. We can go back to correct your footstep, but we refuse to go back. This is where our problem lies. We refuse to go back. And now we are in some all now realizing it, and we are encouraging one another for us to go back and focus on our African cultural marriages. Because this is something that runs in our DNA. As long as you are African, you don't have to go to school for it. Nobody had to teach you. It runs in your DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we need to go back to those practices. And our problem of settling marital problem will be lesser than what we have today.
So my question here is that uh because today we found that the religion play more part into every marriages we see out there, because when they come from the court they had to go to the church. So I want to know what opposition is the court and the church is playing. Can you explain to us, because we're talking about tradition, and then we see church if we want to talk about church too, we'll say, how they call the Bible says two parents should meet. That's what we call tradition, right? And then
Yeah.
accept accept the both children together because there should be an agreement. And you see, so if the other parent agree to give their child, and the other parent allow their child to go to the other family, now the both family become one. You understand? So
Yeah.
I want to know now where what part is the church playing? Because they say why you see you here in the church, it cannot be broken because then we are seeing that about three tradition playing here because what we do at home and doing or how to go what we do in our tradition, that's what Jesus did, or that what Christianity should have been doing. And that they go to the father and the father accept the other parent, and the both parent come together. But now we see that the pastor is the one that getting people up in the church as a lawyer. So they both the lawyer and the pastor. What kind of position are they are they holding into the marriages that have been going on now?
Uh, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Brooks, for that beautiful question. And it's necessary we got to provide clarity. Many of us been having doubt in these things, and now we bring these things to the table. Uh, the church and the government getting involved in marital affair on the planet. Both parties getting involved in marital practices is all about man creation in the universe. Uh, those two things getting involved, those two organizations getting involved in marital affairs on the planet, a part of man creation. When I mean man creation, I'm talking about human creation. This is not the two of them had nothing to do with God creation. Now, government being part of marital affair where we had to go to government office to obtain a marriage license or marriage certificate. It's like the government is positioning herself between a man and a woman, you know, as a witness that I'm the head now governing you, that you always complain to. So I want to be a witness in your marriage. That's why the government is telling the people that I want to be a witness. The government is asking for permission that I want to be a witness. So if you allow me, I will be a witness. But it's not compulsory. The government is now, you know, forcing anybody to come for to allow government to be a witness in marriages. But it is human, saying social behavior that encourage government more to get involved into marriages. But government only putting is like, there's my request, saying you give me a job to be the leader for you. I want to be a witness in your marriage. And being witness, I want to give you guys an agreement that if the time comes, you want to back out the agreement, you have to come back to my office here for you to back out, which is referred to as divorce. That's how government is now, writing the agreement. And now government is now proposing, when the both parties accept government to be a witness, then government is now saying, hey, for me to get you the marriage certificate, you have to pay a little fees for the writing and printing you're going to do. So government and the church, these are social organizations created by human beings. These two organizations, by right, they had nothing to do with marriages on the face of the planet. These are two social organizations that had to do with the Christianity and that of government. These two organizations, if you go back in time in history to now, by right, when we are discussing the reality of marriage, these two organizations, they had no part to play in marriage. But these two organizations, One is requesting to be a witness, and one is also requesting which had to do with Christianity, or Christianity and BA Christianity or Islam, because these are two key religions we focus on. These religions, they only trying to get involved to have control, social control over association. That means once you associate with them, if you are associating with Islam want to have control over you. So what you love, they want to have control over what you love. So they can lose you to the next person. It's almost like business partner. The business partner, they are all running for profit in the market. Everybody fighting for the customer. So the marital status, it become a customer that both religions are fighting for. So everybody want to have control over their members or over their customer. The Islam want to have control over their customer because they don't want to lose the customer to the next rivalry, which is the Christianity. Christianity too do not want to lose the customer to the Islamic people. So as the end result, they get involved with all the marital practices. But these social organizations that were created by him, they had nothing to do with marriages on the face of the planet, as far as I'm concerned, as God created the institution of marriage. So to make the sentence short, religion is focusing on control. Why government is focusing on becoming a witness for profit.
Wow. 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 I must say, I see a lot of difficulty, in expressing this because, we have the big Bible coming between two people. Because first of all, if you are following Christianity have been imposed on we African. You understand? We have our tribal, we have some tribal, leaders that we used to carry our, we had lawyers during those days. Our tribal leaders, they are lawyers. They used to settle problem between, ethnic group. You understand? And between families. Like the other village had problem with the other village. They had they got the front or the paramount chief, or the how they call the king of another village. They can take the problem there to solve it. And every activities of marriage are being solved through our tradition. But if we look at the Bible, if we compare the Bible, you will see that that's why our tradition, follow. Because the Bible says, children obey your parents in the law. So every teachers that every parent give to their children, they say, hey, this man is your people, respect him. You understand, right? That's the book of Ephesians. You see that? But they will not read it, but the action in which they are training their children, you will say, yes, the Bible and our tradition go the same. Before somebody even advise you, they say, if God agrees, that's why our tribal people say. They always say, right? And what I always observe in our tradition, those zodiac, our country doctors, those no, I will call them our how they call professors, because that's how the white people call their people. Because these people, they know a lot of stuff, and whenever they give you something, they say, if God agreed, that will work. They will never leave the word God beyond. And you know about a countryman, you understand? But today, they want for us to erase that paper that can wear the bag and put chalk on his face. And then in the community working with that bag, we take him to be a witchcraft. So if our own people, we ourselves, abusing them, then taking another man on a culture, so why there should why those marriages can have problem? Because why we leave our culture to take another man culture. So, my brother, Mr. Van, why you have to say about this? Yeah.
Thank you guys. I was running late, but at least Countryman had it. Last week I was able to call off for him, so today he called off for me.
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, before I respond to this question, I want to say thanks to all our viewers. Thank you for watching. It is because of you, our community. We are not saying anything because we are perfect. We are saying these things so that there are problems that we are seeing within our community, and we need to address these problems, through solutions. And part of the solution is that we have to discuss these topics on a regular basis, consistently. And great topic. My brother, the Western marriage. The reason why Western marriages fails is because that the expectation is so high to the extent. Look, imagine a lot of women in America, especially. I'm not going to focus on other the culture, but Liberians. All right, Liberian women. You see, when people are married, when two people are married, it comes together. Country may you agree with me? What the Bible say? They become one, right?
Hmm.
But in the marriage, even though they become one, uh, most of the women, because we have something called independent and interdependent. Independent mean there are a lot of people. The reason why marriages fail because of the independent, concept. Because more women feel that, yeah, I can work, I can earn money, which is independence. She feel that's independence. She wouldn't need you just because she need a ring on her finger to, portray you around, pass you, parade you around, to her friend. Like, oh yeah, I mean, in the house, she don't consider you to be her husband when you guys are home. But in the street, you say, oh yeah, now my husband them. Because being your husband, that means it's respect. You know, the woman will come to you and say, "Oh, daddy, this is what we're doing, though. I'm working. You working. What can we do to, build our family?" But in America, most of the women in America, especially and specifically, I want to focus on our tradition, conjugal.
Yep.
Most women, they are looking at the independent aspect. The independent aspect mean a woman just want to marry you just for the needs that she marry. But when it comes to you guys living in a house, when y'all come home, you guys are like roommate. You gotta pay, oh, you take care of the other bills. You guys are now they are now working collectively. Even though the marriage say that when you're married, you're at one. Let's compare it to back home. Back home is a different case. Women will work in line, they will work together with their spouses to work hard. Matter of fact, especially in Liberia where the job opportunity is very high, most of the women are, they are taking responsibility, but you will not see them disrespecting the husband as the way that American women disrespect the husband. Because if you oh yeah, I'm an independent woman, I have money. I don't need you, I can get another man. But failing to realize that we are men, we just want to have sex. We have our women at home. When the time reach, we want to have sex, we want to have sex. And when you're children are watching you, please close the ear because this is the truth. That's why some women don't understand. Some women will abuse men and think that when they go back home to bring a man here, they are trying that thing and it doesn't work. A real man will not just, put his balls between his life for a woman to just kind of control him. No.
What you bring on the table, you want says I can go outside and go have sex, but what are you bringing on the table? What ideas are you giving me as your husband? Because the successful men in history, historically, kings, they are women who made them successful. But when we flip it other side, I always measure Cleopatra because her kingdom failed because you know when I say what they yeah, she was beautiful, smart, intelligent. She had everything successful as a queen. But she felt that by sleeping with other kings, it could help her. It could have restored or preserved her kingdom. No, her kingdom failed because of that. But when you look at successful men, successful kings, they never rely on one woman. They have multiple women's. Nobody can waste their time on one woman who cannot give you no idea, only drama. Hmm?
Mhm.
And that's the independent aspect. Now, when we come to the interdependent, now I'm not saying that all women are like that. Interdependent conjugal, it means that husband and wife are working together. That's the real nature of marriage. That's the
Yeah.
characteristic. That's the nature. But the one who feel that they are independent because they came to America, people that who could better even eat because opportunity they came to America, now they want to start abusing men. Someone else say, "Oh yeah, I need men who can dress. I need men who look, handsome. He got sideburn and stuff." No, I mean I look very good. Conjugal men look good, but it doesn't mean that we are great. You have to look for what you really need. What are you falling for? And a lot of women these days only look for the looks, how well you dress, but they don't care if you can provide. What idea you bring on the table. But it's not just about the men, because when people are married, they become one. That two people have to put ideas together to be able to build a family. You don't just and the stress. Oh, in America, the Western world, women stress men out. To be honest with you, and that's why you see a lot of marriages fail. They want you to do everything. Imagine a woman, a married woman, telling you that okay, she work, they work, but they expect you to do everything, pay bills in the house. Uh, you have to, buy things for them. I'm not saying that that's not what a man's supposed to do. But when you're married, it's a different case. It's a different case. When you and husband work together, imagine a man making, let's say a man making $10 an hour. That does not disqualify him that he's not a provider. But a lot of women disqualify a man. Some women come to a man's life if the man have two, three, four children by other women, a man will take a woman once she have four, five children and work with her. But on the flip side, you will never find that. You will never see that. They
Yep.
will disqualify you, discredit you, and say, "Oh yeah, he got 10 children. That means he paying plenty child support." It is child support. And real men don't even focus on child support. Me tell you that the lazy men, those fools them, that you're being they don't want to concentrate on child support. I can get look, what look, the Bibles, y'all very Bible, y'all go to church every day. What the Bible said, the Bible never tell you say that it's a crime for a man to have the children. No. But can he provide for the kids?
That's
That
the
would
question.
be the question. Can he provide for his kids? Is he working? Now, if a man got 10 children, you got a man, some of y'all women there got 4 or 5 children there. But different father, they're not even in their life. But yet, when you find a man who have 4 or 5 children and taking care of his responsibility, you try to discredit him and bring him down and think that he's not qualified. to be a father for your children. He's not qualified to be a husband in your life. No, and that's wrong because you
Yeah.
feel you in America, you are independent. You can make a little. You work in nursing home and making little or nothing, and you think that because of what you're making, you want to kind of disrespect a man. No, from an independent, perspective, interdependent perspective, when you marry to a man, y'all work together.
Yeah, the failure here is one thing, brother. Number one, she will say that she been raising the children alone. She need a man now. Now, why you can't act like a woman in the house? But everything the man go talk, you talking over the man. Even you go labor, you bring 4 to 5 men here. You will still do the same thing. That's your hobby.
But
It will
still,
not work.
even beside that one part is another argument again. But what
It
we're
will not
saying here is
work.
financially because most of the argument here is that imagine a woman who have 5 children by different men or even by one man, and she and that man is not together. She want to be in America because they feel that they're working, and now you see most of them they keep making mistake over and over because you think that okay, you got 5 children, these 5 children father and you are not together, so you are disqualified. Matter of fact, even if you have two, you disqualified. For we men, no, I can get 10 children. I can say how another woman. That you nonsense can do in America. Nobody get that. The real women who look for real men. Is
Yeah.
it only
So
that they get 5 children, so I can be with him? You want women when you get four children, you are not qualified.
you see, this
Nobody
is
want to take care of another man with a child. Let me tell you right now that when
yeah.
you are a man taking care of another man with a child, all right, you must be thankful to God. No man want to do that because at the end of the day, it's just a risk. You will not benefit. That child still going to go look for the father. That's why you see a lot of real sound men do not even go for it. Not because they don't love you or they don't want to be with women who has that. Because it's not the nature. When we talk about nature, the nature of a woman as a woman. That's why you see way back, traditionally, when our grandma them, when they have multiple when they had kids, but I mean they were sharing household with other women. When their husband died, they don't go remarry. No, not because they cannot remarry, but they don't want for another man because they know that another man cannot take care of a child. Yeah, that man will only try. The day you son him, forget it. He will flip. Even your own a child father or children father will flip. So a man come and see you, you got 5 children there, and he say, oh yeah, can't stay with me. And a lot of you guys, some of the women that will allow you to come into their life because they want relationship. When you go and put ring on the finger and they get 4 children, then you will start seeing the true color of them. Then you will know that the reason why they got 4 5 children. But I'm not saying that, that's a problem. But a lot of women that look at, the independent aspect because they are working, they're so disrespectful. You woman, you work. Even you get a two man and woman, they married, they working, in the factory, they're making $10 an hour. Once they understand one another better, they can live a good life. But the problem here is that men are trying hard to establish themselves, and some of the women them when it comes into their life, those so-called friends then come into the life and tell them say, oh yeah, where your husband working? The first thing they got questioning, you see, they call it what you call boundaries. They are not setting the boundaries that was issue within our community. Now your business, they gotta know what the man working, how much you making. Some of you women that sort of cut out of your friend and tell them say that your business. You just my friend. You don't need to ask me how much but most of them feel that oh yeah, maybe that man might be going, or doing his job or going to school. And he try to get nobody, a real Simon don't want to go work in the factory 24/7, but if he working and at the same time doing a factory job, appreciating as a woman. Appreciate that brother. But the other thing when I go like, bro, when I finish disrespecting all the men in America, look, our year will never even go like brother go love a woman. When they say the woman got 10 children, if I get a woman, I will go and jump behind her. I tell you.
Okay, my brother. Yeah, thank you for that. Let me add to what you just said. You know, everything you said, you are right. And I know you were focusing on America because this is all America or Western world. You've been focusing on that. That's true. You are right. You know, the problem has left the Western world now. They are into Africa. Okay. Even Africa now, the single sisters are now doubling the Western world single life. Okay. In fact, some of our sisters in Africa now, they don't want to born plenty again. African women now are rejecting born plenty. Now, this is where I refer to it as what we call cultural virus. All right. You know, cultural virus is one of the key things that is eating African up. And no leader and African men, we are playing deaf ear to the cultural virus that is actually the key thing that is destroying Africa. That's one of the key things that making we African we are not progressing. Cultural virus. Okay. I'm saying that today on the show, so those that watch the show, so they can go and sit down and analyze themselves or the few information I will provide on what we call cultural virus. What does that? What do I mean by cultural virus that is destroying Africa? We're talking about marriages here, right? Now, we African men, these women, African women have bought into the idea of the Western culture, and the virus have eaten them up. The Western cultural virus have eaten the African woman. Even they unborn, they are already being eaten. Because even some of the hamburger that our sister then eat here, they eat the hamburger. Our sisters, some of them in Liberia, they drink 10 bottles of beer. Imagine an 18-year-old drinking 10 bottles of beer. She not born yet. She 18-year-old. She drinking 10 bottles of beer in Morovia. Now, by the time the child she's going to give birth to, you see the Western cultural virus that is already in your system, the child will not pick it up from the stomach before the child can even be born. Now, in our African culture, they drink sweet palm wine. Even the cane juice that they produce across Africa, when they produce it, the one that had less volume of alcohol is what women drink in the production of cane juice. The alcohol across Africa. Palm wine across Africa, the one that is sweeter, the newly one they always produce. The first harvest, the second harvest is for women across Africa before the white man and the Arab man show up to our door. Now, these guys discover across Africa that the African man power to control the universe it lies in the African woman. We are discussing thousands of years ago. And the fact that they almost like some of the guy is about to drown in the river carrying him, and he hold fast to the tree branch. It's like the tree branch here, you and myself will die together today. And this is the idea that the Westerner and the Arabs, when they went to Africa, that they discovered that we can control the African man for the next 3 to 4,000 years to come. Only if we infiltrate the African woman mind. She had the power to destroy the African man. We don't have the power. From that day on to now, the, the white man and the Arab man working in team together. Forget about white man taking, I know what they call all the jet bomber, all the RPG. You need all the bomber there, they can carry Arab war and B-40. Don't think that's just show. For those of all that have read history enough, You know what I'm saying? And understand our cultural value. We understand exactly what those two people doing. They will get all distraction. While we focusing on those distractions, they turn around, carry our community and destroy our girls' brain. And then we turn around, we marry these same sisters. These sisters will turn around and destroy us. Because when you marry a woman, that's why it's written, the portion of the Bible say, you find a wife, you find good thing. What does that mean? That means if you find a woman, it automatically means you find a bad thing. Imagine you come from where you stretch out, you reach to the house, you tell your own wife, good evening. And she take about 5 minutes before she respond to you. That's a whole distraction right there. Even if there were food prepared with cow meat in that house there, you will find it difficult to eat 2 spoons.
But Coach, for me, it just says sorry, right? Majority of the women in the Western world, and that just the independent aspect when it comes to relationship.
Yeah.
Why are women married to men? Because what you just said is true. You work, you stress out, but you don't come up, you don't take a job, issue and bring it into your home. But most of them want to go to the nursing home and what they're not beating up, they mad the patient and patient up, then they can't end the frustration on them. Instead of coming home to your home and say, "Oh, daddy, I stressed out today, you can't give me some massage." It's just a simple communication language.
Let me tell you what happened to them
But
when they
make
go to
it
this.
say, "Oh yeah, come, mama, daddy can't massage me." That man, but you come in the hall, you find your favor, you just yelling at the man.
Let me tell you, my brother, the African women are strong. They are strong women. No job stress them all in America. Everything they come home, they say they stress all that pretending. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
That pretending. All of them watching me. I'm telling them. My wife do the same hospital job. Every of them watching me. I'm telling all of them. The African woman is a strong woman. The reason you see all our sisters across the Western world, they come home, they say they tired, they do all kinds of things. They go to work for every 1 minute they have. They will take it to look at social media. They will take it to gossip with one another. Now, when they come home,
What the man? You know, we get it deep in the conversation now. One of
yeah,
our boss say they put our team because when they go to work, they can be discussing the thing.
of
But
course,
how the way they should treat the men. Then how you expect a
everybody,
man to
they will
react?
put the gossip on the table. They will ask for even the eating spoon in the house. How is it looking? How is it
They
not
say
looking?
how somebody that kind of word say, "Oh, how your husband treating you?
Okay, that's what I'm
What
telling
is
you
he
now. How
doing?"
the eating spoon? The eating spoon in the house. They will ask how many eating spoon you get. You see that? They will
They
bring
put our
all on the
team.
table to talk about it, and then maybe they won't get more spoon than they want. Now they won't coming home with anger because you not remind her to buy more eating spoon, so it's your fault. You see the problem? So if she come home and you say, "Sweetheart, hello, how I work today?" She will not answer you because you always sitting home, you focusing about going to bed, or you're not thinking straight to remind her so she'll buy more eating spoon for woman. So it becomes your problem. So it's not about the job getting hectic because if you do the calculation from the time the world was created, compare our African culture to the portion of I think the later one the white man wrote in the Bible. Compare that in the book of Proverbs, you know what I'm saying? Or in the book of Isaiah. It said the woman will go in the field. She will go in the vineyard to go and work and come and still make sure and provide in the house and even clean the house. And when the husband comes, she will still get on her knee and serve him. Do multiple jobs. Imagine she will do all of the work in the daytime. When both of them go to sleep again, she will still provide another energy to do her responsibility as a wife. Imagine somebody just go to the hospital to go work for 8 hours. They come, it almost like they now took the whole planet on their shoulder. You see that? So all of those things, these are just pre-calculation that somebody will want to come home to put argument down, to satisfy their friends, what they see on social media in the Western culture. That's why I say The cultural virus that's sweeping Africa is we African men is our responsibility. Those are up to date now. From the 18 years to the 60-year-old African men now is our responsibility. How can we fight to battle the cultural virus now that is destroying Africa as a whole? Because this fight that we're going to back on is for us to encourage one another to practice our culture, encourage our sisters and wives and our daughters for us to go back to the African cultural practices. All of them might not follow us now. Few will follow us. But as generation go, as we getting old, what will teach this generation when they grow up? That's what they will teach their. In the next 50 years, you will see that's it. That's when now you know that's when now the change will be sweeping across Africa. But we African men, we sit down and just complain. Oh, the women did. Oh, the white men do this. Oh, the Arab men do this. We just complain and not fight back. The culture will continue. The cultural virus will continue to sweep across Africa until one day white men and Arab men will take over Africa. 3 days ago, when I was on the ice in Louisiana, I got stuck there, and we were having this same conversation. It's like everybody got down from their equipment. We just walking around. Some of us were giving water out to those that don't have water in the smaller traffic car. Giving water and we sitting down having conversation on the ice. And the other guy posed a question. He said, "But Africa is rich. Why you guys coming here?" I said, "I wonder." Then I say, "I wonder why we come here." Then he said, "What do you mean you wonder? You come here, you say you wonder." I said, "Oh, what you want me to say?" It's like you asking me, I'm telling you to myself, I wonder why we come here. My problem is, I said, he said, "But okay, why can't you guys stay there?" I said, "Exactly." They were saying the same thing. I said, "That's my wish. I wish I had the power." Then he said, "Okay, if you had the power, what will you do?" He posed a question to me. I said, "If I had the power, every continent, the inhabitant of every continent will remain in their continent.
Yeah.
If I want anything from your continent, I will send my representative to buy it and they get out. Do whatever you do on your continent. No visitation. Stay there. If we know anything you're selling, we just come to the borderline, we order it. Whether that ship transporting it, we transport it, we leave. Next time we'll come back." I say we will not have all day running and pulling somebody say, "Oh, you alien, and you did, you die." We'll not be having all the tussle. And the guy kept quiet and he looked at me and like, okay. He said, "Yeah, you kinda make sense though." I said, "Not kinda. I'm making sense. It's just that it's impossible for it to happen. That's it." Because so I told him, I said, "Look, because if I want to do it, some of your citizens will say, no, we can't allow it happen." I said, "These are the problem we're facing." I said, "It's like you come to me, you steal from me. Then when I steal from you, you get angry."
Yeah.
I said, "This is how the problem look." I said, "People leave from here, go cheat our people. Then when some of our people come here, they even cheat 1 cent. They want to join the sky, let the whole sky open." I
Yeah.
said, "So let's just focus on how we'll get out of the ice here. So let's leave that, forget about that." You see it? Because you and myself, the solution right now, if I say let's provide it, we will be wasting our time. None of us get a solution. So my brother, all we need to do is that this problem, that now that we are taking a first step, today we are discussing the kind of conversation we're having them, is very interesting that at least Africans are discussing these things. I'm very happy to be part of the African men around the world that are discussing Africa problem. And I will encourage more African men. I want to say this statement to all
Yeah.
African men that whether the stranger use our women, to destroy our women is not secret. Our women are not the problem. Our problem across Africa and even today is the strangers that saw our weakness as African men. And as kings, our witness lies in our queens across Africa. Today, African spread across the globe. So no matter wherever we find ourselves, our wives today, the fact that we're in a white man country, as long as the white men still use, it doesn't have to come to our house or our houses. The white man use social media. He use paycheck. He use women right. He use
Child,
all
yeah,
kinds of
children,
laws,
children right, and also
children right, all the rights you think about. He use all of that to please the African woman, and then the African woman now get back at you and myself. That's why we have all the problem we have today. So the cultural viral we have today now is one of the solution for that is for us to discuss, as we having this kind of discussion now, to encourage more African men for us to go back to our tradition. And going back to our tradition, we don't have to leave from a white man country and go back to our villages. No, we can invite our villagers right here by eating African food, practicing the African culture here. If every because your African woman you have, she
Yeah.
want part of
So,
low, she
so
don't.
do you think we need to practice, the idea of getting two wives, three wives in America?
You
Because it's
can
part of the
practice it.
African tradition. Huh?
Yeah, a part of African tradition. If you find two African sisters who waiting to practice that here with you, you can
No,
practice that. You can practice that here.
you may say rotate
Oh,
glass. Oh.
I'm telling you. I'm
let me
telling you.
walk.
You
Let me walk out from in my heart.
no, no, no. That's the reality. Look, my brother.
Like
Let me
see
say
this
this.
okay, how they call Westerner marriage marriage
Yes.
is okay. Can I ask you can I ask the both of you this question?
No, wait. Let me respond to a question quickly. Give me 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me answer a question because the question he asked, somebody might be out there who's wondering also. Okay. What are some of the portion of the culture in Africa they can practice it here? Now, the government here. When I told you that the government get involved when it comes to marriage in the universe, because government want to be a witness. Government is asking you, say you want to get married, my man. I want to be witness between you and the woman. And then being witness, you will pay fees to me. That's how the marriage certificate come about. But by right, government has to get involved in marriage. Marriage institution, God set it up between the woman's father and her mother and your own mother and father.
And
Period.
culture man, I think we gotta give you the yeah, you gotta give
Yeah.
institution by
Yeah.
it, as well as government is an institution by itself.
Yeah. So, and then the church too got involved. Church or all kinds of religion that get involved with marriages, they are getting involved because of what? Control. They consider married couple as customer. All the religious cycle, whether be it Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Christianity, all of them consider the religious institution as what? Customer. Like they will go in the market and do
But
business.
countrymen, do you know that without marriage or marriages, there will be no religious institution? Because a lot, especially for the Christians, most of the doctrine have been preached on, the fact that now for men, oh, it's compulsory that a woman should get married. A lot of the teaching that you see in churches today, that's why you see any church you see where pregnant women are, run away from that as a man. Run away. Oh. Ah,
Yeah.
run,
So yeah, then
run
like
away.
you said, to respond to what you just asked, right? That no marriage, it will be the religious institution, but there will be religions practiced by family. Because family will practice spirituality to pray to the supreme God, the creator. Because that's how we're looking across the group. Every every household at a time, we're praying to the creator or praying to nature or praying to the ancestors. That's how religions were practiced around the globe. And now You know, the formation of all of the religious group you see today, it came from the backdrop of the story of, like I told you, I had that in my book, and so sometimes I gotta be dodging to be careful with the topic. They call the topic the human. I call them human. I call them what? The human demons, right? Human demons. They are human demons.
So it
I
has
guess
to do
I
with
put
what?
that in my book.
Is it has to do
They
with hematology or what?
Yeah, some the theologian refer to it as him or demontology. That's their own vocabulary. But I make it for me. I put it in simple terminology in my book that I'm working on. Right? I call them human demons. Right? Now, why do I call them human demon? Because
All
it's a
those human
demon.
demons, they are giving us problem.
Yeah, the demon and the human being come together and they produce an offspring. They born a child. That child is not a real human being. That child is half human, half demon.
And Benjamin, to back your claim, it is in the book of Enoch that have been,
Okay.
rejected. The book of
Yeah.
Enoch
So
is the Ethiopia, Bible. The Christian Bible do
okay.
not teach the book of Enoch. All that
So
information are there.
yeah. So you see, all of the religious practices today, you will see that they most of them are being led. They are being led, organized by human demons. And then the human demons are also working with governmental institutions. That's why you see many government around the globe, they're going outside religious practices. Imagine Bible saying different thing, somebody is doing different thing. Okay, the Bible say pay dowry to the woman you want to marry, pay dowry to a what? To a father. But then the church is saying, come to the church, come to the pastor for counseling for 30 days, and then buy white gown, buy kosu, and come in the church. It's a whole total different practices. You see that? What is written in the book that the Christianity is practicing is different from what they practice in physical appearance in the church. Inside the Bible says, go to the woman father house and get married and take your wife home. That's what written inside the Bible. But then the physical practices of marriage, the pastor is saying, come to my church for counseling. Let the pastor counsel you, and then you come to the church, let the pastor bless you and the woman. And the Bible is not saying that. The ABC that is written, it said, go to the father, pay the direct, let the father bless you and his daughter.
What book?
You see that? But then church is saying different thing. Because the reason church is saying that, because the church want to have a control over you. They want to have a control over you because you are a customer. You see that? Every member, every marital institution that go through the church profile, they are a customer to the church. You see that?
So
So,
the
so,
Bible
so
says,
all the religions around the world, they are running competition for customer.
yeah, so the Bible tells us that we should go to the parent of the woman to pay dowry
Yes.
and get the woman from there and take her home, right?
And that's it. You already married. Yes.
Okay, then why I want to ask the question before I go to my question, maybe after answering it.
Yeah.
Why is the reason the church asking for the man should come for counseling, the woman should come for counseling to the church? Why?
Because that's what I said. These church organizations were formed by people that we don't know as ordinary people. We call them human beings. But these are not real people. These are what? Human demons. And these human demons, they want to control the real human being. They want to control the world. And they got to control the world through organizing people, bringing them together. You see that? And bringing them together had to do with any social gathering, any social meeting they had to bring these people together. So as the end result, that's how all the religious institution was formed. And now so the church is one of the institutions, one of the organizations that is being used to control the actual human, they are real human being on the face of the planet. And as the real human population grows, the human demon too, their population is growing. And they want to be in leadership of the universe. And today, like today, if you see the whole planet is looking crazy because they are on the rise. They in high authority. They control all the religions. They control half of government. That's why you see all traditional institutions are breaking down across the globe. So it's a hard time the actual human being to get to work, to go back to their ancestral practices, to take leadership. Because the actual human being is supposed to be the leader of the universe. Now the other way around. But for the past 2 to 3,000 years ago now, the human demons have fought the actual human beings. So now they are the one in leadership now ruling the world. Some of the presidents you see around here that were in close to, these are not real human beings. These
Yeah.
are not
Okay.
real human beings. You know what I'm saying? Because to identify a real human being, that's why some of the Bible verses, that's why I tell people, some of the Bible is 50% wrong, 50% correct. If you look at some of the wording, the Bible say, you shall see them by their fruit. That means the character that they will exhibit. You can see Donald Trump jumping around here, you call him real human being. You see that? You can see old man Bwaka over there making argument with somebody with face cap, then you call him real human being. So these are the problem.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's my question now. So, what can we do for our African marriage to hold? What can we do to keep our tradition strong through the marriages? What can we do?
Yeah, thank you for that question. One of the things that we have to do as African men, the reason I'm focusing on African men, because when God created the universe, He placed it in the hands of men to manage it. That you are the general manager of the planet, of the universe. And men, human being or men, we live managing the planet today, the planet has collapsed. The planet is in the hand now of Satan and Satan offspring. Because some of the children now that control the universe, some of them now come from both human being and Satan. So it means the real human being and Satan own these grandchildren now that control the universe. How can the grandchildren of the real human being or of Adam take on? So the grandchildren of Adam now got to get to work and go back, teach themselves. It's a tough steps to take, difficult step. What made the step difficult? Taking these steps, some of the African men might lose their present relationship now that they are in love with. Because sometimes you want to go back to some of the traditional practices now, your wife might say, oh, I'm not supporting you. I'm not following you. I'm not going to live that life anymore, that way bad life. I will not, I will not be tying lapa and wearing scare all day. I'm supposed to wear my skin tag. I'm supposed to wear my jean trousers. But if you want me to be wearing dresses, take for instance, woman not supposed to wear trousers. I'm not the one saying that it's written in the Bible. The Bible said it divided into two sections. It said woman should not wear what belong to what man.
Yeah.
It said what? It didn't specify. It just divided into two sections. It said woman should not wear what belong to man, and men should not wear what belong to woman. Now let's take pen and paper and list. If we know a trouser belong to a man, but here we are now, like I told you, some of the human demon, they are going back and look at men trousers and still do small drawing and give it little shape so it can look ugly on man, so it can look fine on woman and call it woman trouser. You see the calculation? Which of course automatically the trouser should belong to a man. But they still come back because of the idea of 50-50 man and woman should always be equal. So they can win woman support, the human demons. They still take pen and paper and draw woman trouser and make it like when men wear it, it will look ugly on men. But then when woman wear it, it will look fine on woman. They say my man a woman trouser. And today we have women trouser. That is a violation of the Bible. That is also a violation of our tradition. That woman and man standing side by side, they shouldn't be the same. Today, you can see some women wearing trousers to go preach on the pulpit. The same Bible says woman should not preach. Then the white man wrote a Bible void that say, they say in the book of Joel, they say, oh, God say, I shall pour my spirit in my daughter and my sons to serve me in the last day. So that statement, they hold fast to it and say a qualified woman to preach. So you see, so the human demon, they always create a loophole to encourage a woman to go do what men can do. You see that? But now, if you see that statement that say, I will pour my spirit in my sons and my daughter to worship me. That statement in the African culture, where in the African culture a state, if a girl will represent a man to play a man role, she's not supposed to get married. She's supposed to remain single for the rest of her life. Do you understand that?
Yeah, very loud and clear.
Okay. That is, if a girl child will play the role of spirituality, it means she's supposed to remain pure. She's not supposed to do men business. She must remain virgin for life. That's the only way the spirit of the Almighty Creator can possess her. That's the only way she will be qualified to be possessed by the spirit of the Almighty to have the authority to speak to men. You see that? But now where she possess God's spirit and then she go lay outside men born children, it's not possible. God do not work in that manner. Those kind of action, those actions are coming from where the human demon work. They too possess power. They can disseminate those powers on some of our sisters. It's just impossible. That's why in our African culture at the time, before a woman served as a priest in our African culture, she will remain virgin to be a priest, to be chosen and serve that role. She's not supposed to get married in the kingdom because she's supposed to come when there is something happening in the land, in the empire, or in the land. They will invite her to come and speak to the gods and also speak to the elders to find solution on the land. That's the only way she'll possess that authority for elder to listen to her, for her to stand among them and provide solutions. Say the God said we should do this, we should do that. So African men today, our authority now is we have to practice, whether we far from home, let's practice this culture, wear the African clothes, teach this culture to our kids, to our wives. Some of them will get angry. Some of them might go out of the way to do things they're not supposed to do, but we have to stand our ground. Even if because some of them want to pack their load to leave relationship, let them go. There will still be African women in the midst of African women that will come and stand by the African woman and the African man to revive the culture and the tradition of our people. No African woman should tell you today in the West man country, Canada, Europe, or America to say, oh, no African woman can be in America here and be made. No, that's not true. There are African women in America here that are waiting to be made.
So true.
They
That
are
even
waiting to be made.
some white people say the same thing.
Okay. The only reason is because the white man know the value of a mate, of a man having two wives. He know what it means. Anything that is very important, this guy take it serious. Only the African men today don't want to take it serious. But the people say, oh, we don't want to be a witness to any polygamy in our country. It doesn't mean that they don't want it or they don't like it. They want it. But there is certain thing that they try to prevent. Because if they do that, they will empower the black man.
Yeah.
As long they try that, they're going to awaken the black man's spirit that inside him to overshadow them.
They go put it in the Bible too. One man, one woman.
Okay. Okay. So somebody they go right in Genesis chapter 24 there and say, oh, because they try to backdate the Bible. So they go to Genesis chapter 24 and say, oh, they say man shall the statement they just oh, it's an open statement. Man shall leave a mother and father and join to a woman to become one flesh. You see that? They wrote it like that. You put it in Genesis. Okay, then the question bring you back to Samuel. Okay? It bring you to Samuel, 2 Samuel chapter 39, where God asking King David, King David, I gave you money, I gave you power, I gave you all the women. If the women not enough, why you couldn't come to me and ask me for more? Why did you go take Uriah?
You right? Okay. Okay. Here we go. No, you say
So,
what
so
first what?
that's what I tell people. You said Genesis chapter 24 say, oh, men shall go to one woman and come back and count X, Y, and Z. Then you come to 2 Samuel chapter 39 that saying it's saying different things. That God now speaking to David, say, David, I gave you women, I gave you power. If you say that now you know why you didn't ask me go, you know you're my favorite. You are the apple of my eye. Anything I get you now you know ask for more. Why you go tell your friend I only choose one? So you disappoint me. So why would God say that? If God don't want polygamy, why would he talk to David in that manner? So that's why I tell people, and pastors are people. Some of our brothers that are possessed with demon passing around here call themselves pastor. They jumping over these things. And that's why I tell the people.
I knew you, son. This coming Sunday. I knew you, son.
Okay,
We need to
you see, these people, most of these people are possessed with demon, but they don't know.
talk.
The Bible says you shall look. The Bible says you shall know them by their fruit. And what the fruit the Bible talk about the character that a man possesses in the community will tell you that you don't need to ask. Nobody need to, and I need to tell anybody that I'm a Christian. But the way I will live in the community, everybody will know that this man is a believer.
Yeah.
It's not about all the men are pastor. No, I see you as a pastor, but if I look at you carefully in the spirit realm, you something else. Physically, you only hold the Bible and go stand on the pulpit. But I look at you from head to toe in your spiritual character, you zero. You're not a pastor. You're not even a believer. And these are the information we have to be telling ourselves and be telling people. That's why I tell people today. For me, I'm a believer. Because Jesus Christ was a believer. He was never a Christian. Now that I know the truth, I can't tell
Yeah.
anybody I'm a Christian now. Because I already know Christianity is an organization organized, to run competition for customer. People not serving God. People are serving control, power and control. But they are not really believing in God. Because everything the Bible said, they're not even doing it. Pastor will say they're not bringing nobody funeral to their church because the person can't come to church, the person can't pay tax. So you're not going to pray over the person's body. Is that a believer supposed to say those kind of thing? You're not a believer. So African brothers outside there, whatever problem that the stranger has caused to Africa that are affecting the African man, I'm encouraging you and all of us, this is our problem. We have to solve it. We have to start now. Wherever we stop, the next generation will come after us. Other than that, the cultural virus that we are dealing with today will sweep, it's not only sweeping Africa, it's going to take over the land. It's a long-range plan that these guys want to go and rule in that part of the world. They want to go rule Africa. That is the actual dream.
I want to say thank you, countryman. You said it all. You said it all, brother. That's what we need to do in the community today. Because if we check in the community, we have a lot. I like the last part of your narrative. Right there you said something very very important to our African brothers and sisters. it makes sense to say that today, today we find it difficult that we ourselves using our hands to destroy ourselves. Because if we are keeping our culture and tradition the way that our forefather, our ancestor used to what? Hold these traditions strong. You're going to see that people say salute us. And I want to say we're going to stop this part. I think we have few words before we close tonight. We went almost like hour and almost hour and a half, almost 2 hours. So we need to get time for us to
Yeah.
get it going straight because
My
some of
man,
us are working.
I hope my sister not coming root out that draft from your head tonight. What we talking?
You are troublesome man. You see, one thing, this coming Sunday, I want my brother, you vote for him for the be on the show. So this coming Sunday, why you saying that it is true? How can you say you are a Christian and then you don't want to pray for somebody who died? Then you say, oh, the person that part of my church, you don't want to be the body in my church. That's what you talk tonight.
No, but brother Sarah, you say Tony, Sunday will be a great show.
Yeah, I tell
Why the
you,
Christian are poor and the Jewish poor are rich?
we coming on Sunday.
The Jewish poor want to be rich on earth. They are rich on earth. The richest poor on the planet are the Jewish poor. Why the Christian are
And
poor?
you the historian, like I said here. How can someone say,
Why
hey, your mansion in heaven,
why the Christians are poor
the love of money
and
is
the
the
Jewish
root
people?
of evil.
They
Right?
say,
The
oh,
love of money
the
is the
Christian
root of
believe
evil.
that the riches are in heaven. Amen. Man,
Yeah.
I want watching the Jewish God, the real Jewish God. Now that funny thing why you see Christians that go to Jerusalem, they come out and stay poor.
But my brother, you're talking about Jewish God. The Jewish God, you are the Jews. You see it?
It's
They
that
think
was the mentality, strategy. You want to be rich on
uh-huh.
earth, you want to be rich
So
in
right now
heaven.
it's like
Put you
almost
back
like
in
okay.
heaven.
That's what I'm telling you now is like, oh wait, I think I gotta go back to my ancestral root. When we are discussing the word Jews, uh-huh.
It's
The
going
thing
to
is
be
just
Tuesday
simple.
on Sunday. Come man, I'm
Uh-huh.
telling you.
Jews are
Chapter
black
4.
people. Jews are black people. They don't forget about white people occupying black people land. You know, the strongest shall survive the universe. That's how you look it. So the Jews at the time when
But
they
say,
killed the black
as a
people
question
and
from our previous show, do you
yeah.
know the reason why the Pope, the Black Pope make the rules within the Vatican? The Black Pope, that I want to confuse the world. The Black Pope hides all the God in that black gown. You will never see a black man in a white gown in the Vatican. But the most powerful people that make decisions on the earth are the Black Pope.
Okay, so tonight, Mr. Value and Uncle Nair, I want to do a session tonight. And let us keep it up. This coming Sunday is going to be Church Matters. Church Matters that we're going to be talking about. Why make Christian
We'll be on. We'll be on.
why
We'll
make
come.
all this stuff going on, but it will be getting rumble. The same time, 8 o'clock.
Our topic here, that is a prelude.
Yeah,
We want to
okay, that's
create the
right.
flyers. And sometimes we don't know how to create the flyers where I can't speak.
Yeah.
The problem here is that
You said church
our
matter,
people,
right?
Yeah,
yes,
church matters.
church
Okay,
matter.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Church
fine.
matter.
That's fine.
that's a problem.
That's a nice
Why
topic.
is the
We'll come.
Jewish people richer than the Christian?
No
Don't
matter
Eh?
worry, we'll discuss it on
the church
Sunday.
matter
I
now.
said church matter.
The church
It's a
matter.
church matter. We'll discuss it on
Why the
Sunday.
Jewish people rich? The
Don't worry,
Jewish
we'll
people
get there.
riches on earth. The Jewish
We'll
people
get you the information. We'll get
They
they
say
don't
they
regard
say
the
they heaven,
Christians
heaven.
as their brother. They don't even believe in Christianity. But Christians can go and kiss the wall of Jerusalem. But they stay poor. They come out poor than hell. Slavery.
I can go get that wall. And every poor man go get that wall before.
Eh?
That wall there, poor man can't face it.
I mean, as a poor people. That Christian folk go there,
That wall,
they come out, they stay poor.
that wall, you can face it.
They stay poor. They look. They seek, no, they could destroy African culture by carrying out insurgents. I think it's a fake religion. I
Our
believe in
people are
God, but I
doing that.
don't believe in
We are
religion.
fighting on the channel to bring back our culture and our tradition. Ladies and gentlemen,
Put him in. You ready, Sunday, right?
I'm ready.
You ready,
Sunday, man.
Sunday, right?
I'll be
Okay,
available. Yeah.
Sunday, we want to pass on the congregation while they are full.
Sunday, I'll be ready. I'll be ready. Let the pastor enter. Yeah. Let the pastor enter. Sunday, I will give them the. I will give them real history that they never see before.
Well, coming back on the show a little after
I salute you, my brother. We keep it there together. Okay.
Yes, sir.